Good morning, gorgeous sisters. Hello, hello. Happy Monday, and welcome to our weekly purpose message. I'm back on StreamYard today, trying it out. So I want to say a big welcome to our gorgeous new sisters who have arrived. We've just put a lot of you in today because sometimes on the weekend we don't always come in, but welcome as we lead up to the live series, the hand analysis live series next Monday. But in between, we get to know each other. I will be sharing some other information about hand analysis and your purpose and all things, right, about purpose and goddess stuff while we wait for Monday. So I hope you got the gift marking book okay. And if you're on here, I can't see who's on here, but I think you've got to press accept StreamYard comments. But yeah, anyway, say hi if you can. So for those who are new, today, kind of every Monday, sometimes it's a Tuesday, I will come in and share a weekly purpose message using one of my favorite Oracle decks that I have. And I did put in today, like, share what is one of your favorite Oracle decks. I've got about, like many of you in here, you've probably got 10 or 12 different decks, and I did a huge declutter about 5-6 years ago. I had way too many. So I've got my favorites. It's still up around 8 or 9 different decks that I use, and this is one of my favorites that I use, and it is the Soul Coaching Oracle cards, okay, by Denise Lynn. They are really awesome. There's the book there. And so you can choose 1, 2, or 3, or the whole lot. Okay, it's just for you to get some inspiration, some motivation in your life purpose, whether you feel like you know that or not, okay, for the week ahead. So let's start. I'm going to dive in and let's see how we go. So our first card today, if you chose the first card, and I pre-pulled these, and I'm going to do an overarching one at the end. And the first card today is faith. The light there. And it says, my life is divinely guided. And you can see there that there's like somebody on the trapeze as you, circuses scare me, actually. I didn't like the circus, but you see the flying trapeze people up the top there, and that is a leap of faith. First, if you've pulled this card, it is to, what is it that you have in your mind's eye or in your heart of hearts that you want to do? And it's having that faith to just go for it, right? The trapeze person, they've got to have trust. So that's one thing you've got to have as they leap to catch that, whatever that thing is, they catch it. Or somebody else have got to have faith that somebody's going to catch them when they jump. So let me just read this, and then I'm going to share a little bit of what's coming through for me. And faith. Okay, so the card meaning, here we go. The card meaning, trust that you're exactly where you need to be, even though you might want to be further along in your journey. You've got to trust where you are. So have faith in yourself and know you're divinely guided. And even when you have doubts, believe. You've planted your seeds, now allow the Creator to do the rest, right? And your soul wants you to know faith is the foundation for the ability to manifest. Everything was created because somebody believed in something. And it goes on to say, when you sow seeds, so perhaps you've sown some seeds for your purpose, and you're expecting them to grow straight away, okay? And sometimes they don't, depending on what type of seeds they are. Some things you can manifest very quickly, right? If you have the faith, you can manifest them very quickly. But some things, some seeds, some projects have to take time. They have to germinate, and you're not going to go outside and keep watching them, right? Like staring at them, kind of wasting time. You've just got to have faith that what's happening underneath, that they're going into the soil. What a metaphor. They're going into the soil as you're watering them, and then they start to bloom. So you've got to have faith that the time is right for you now. Either you're just got to, and I don't feel it's like you have to wait it out, but there's a little bit of a test there too. There's a bit of a test there too. Like the universe likes action, but your action right now is to have faith and to believe. Does that make sense? So I hope that makes sense to those of you who picked the first card. So that's the first card. Now our second card, we're going to the second card today, is grace. I'm getting a little bit grace. Look at that beautiful swan. Beautiful swan, grace. Okay, and there's that story, you know, the ugly duckling, right? He thought he was a duckling, but he actually was a beautiful swan. I don't know why that's come to it. But the message is, I graciously accept the infinite love of the universe. The love of the universe. Now, let me just bring that up, grace. So the first one was faith, our second one was grace. And it says, the card meaning, be gracious and understanding with yourself. Angels, guides, and spiritual guardians are watching over you and cherishing you. Kindly honor the reality of others. And so what your soul wants you to know, and sometimes these, like, I love these cards, because sometimes they're like in your face, but in a kind and loving way, right? Like that beautiful friend who's going to call you on your stuff. So it says, there's a spiritual nobility that accompanies true grace. Even if you absolutely know that your opinion is right, sometimes it's wise not to push your point. Let it drop. It's not that important. The Creator knows the truth of the situation, even if others don't. And it kind of comes back on the faith card, right? There are times to be starkly honest, but this isn't one of them. Hear the truth of others without the overlay of your own opinions. Speak with love, kindness, and diplomacy. Be kind to yourself and cherish your path. Right, so I'm just taking a deep breath because it's a great message, right? Especially in times that we find ourselves in now. Like everybody's got an opinion about what's going on in the world, whether you're for or against, or you're kind of on the fence. And you know what I'm talking about. I don't need to figure it out. But in the beginning, there was a lot of, you must listen to my way. Like, this is the right way, and I believe this. And then, you know, there's things just blow up, right? Relationships end. Friendships, you know, are not as strong as they used to be because you are holding on to that one belief. So this card is basically, don't dismiss your own beliefs. It's about just being graceful, right? There's no winner if someone's walking off and being disrespected. Let's just say that they feel disrespected because they weren't heard, and then you feel not that great either, even though you technically won, right? And this could be anything. So what is it that you feel that you need to speak your truth over? And I'm all for speaking your truth, but there is this thing, especially in our spiritual communities, like, you must speak your truth. And I've said this many times before, but don't speak your truth if you're going to be unkind to another person. It's just like, be graceful in that, but always express your truth. But there's this thing of like, you know, this is my truth and F you, right? So don't be that person. So it's grace, having grace under pressure. Okay, so that was our second one. Now, our third card is the beautiful transformation. Look at that. Yeah, is that a butterfly? No, it's a leaf. It's a leaf. Oh, it's a butterfly. So we all know that the butterflies, well, if you don't know, I'm assuming butterflies are transformation, right? They go through this cocoon, and they're in, you know, and they have to break out of that cocoon. And you're not supposed to help that butterfly break open that cocoon, because half of it, well, a lot of that pain, sometimes pain coming through that cocoon, is why he emerges so beautiful. And if you were to help him, he's not going to come out as beautiful. So, transformation. I am joyously centered and safe as wonderful changes occur around me. There we go. Let me just read a little bit of this. Transformation. Sometimes when we go through transformation, it can be a little bit painful. If we're holding on to it, I mean, all transformation is a little bit painful, I feel. It doesn't have to be. It's not like on your knees painful, but sometimes it is. If you're in so much resistance, right, I'm going to talk about receptivity in a minute. So, transformation. Positive changes are coming. Old structures, beliefs, and ideas are falling away and will be replaced with vitality and new pathways. Soon you'll be seeing the world in a fresh way. And your soul wants you to know, like the phoenix that rises. Remember the phoenix burns up in the ashes, and then he rises out of the ashes majestically. There's big changes in your life right now. You're at the beginning, in the middle, or at the completion of an enormous transformation in your life. Don't hold on to old structures, limited ways of thinking. Even if it looks as though you're in murky waters, this is only the clearing that occurs before the rebirth. It's all for your highest good. So rebirth, right? Transformation, old ways, thinking. When I do this, so it's interesting. When I feel like I need to move energy around, I'll move things. Like I moved my office around this weekend. I moved my dining room around, and it could be just as easy as changing the buffet from one side of the room to the other. I find that it's very, it changes. So when you're going through transformation, you're going through changes. You're going through changes, and to be also gentle with yourself. Some people are wired to just blow shit up, right? And just go, right, that's it, and dust off, and they'll come out of it like, yeah, that was intense, but I'm good now. And some are just peeling away layers gently each day. So whatever that means for you, you can choose which way that is for you. So great transformation, okay? So I want to so there they are. We've got faith, grace, and transformation. And interestingly enough, like I said, I would bring out an oil each week as well. So our oil today is called Persephone. It's a yellow one there. Persephone, it's yellow, and it's to do with the solar plexus chakra. So Persephone was the goddess of the underworld. We're going to go into her because she's actually a line in the hand, a headline in the hand as well. So maybe that could be our one for this week. So she is about, she goes into the underworld, she sees the shadow, and then she rises out of that once she's transmuted, much like the transformational card here. Okay, so yellow, solar plexus, power. I'm going here, it's actually here, right? Solar plexus, power, courage. What do you need in courage and support for this week as you go into your purpose? Expressing yourself and your purpose. Having discussions with people in your life that you love, that sharing all of you with the world, if that makes sense. So through that's for you. And self-esteem, ambition. Okay, my beautiful ones, that's it from me for this week. I will post that. Let me know, does this resonate with you? Post below if you're watching the replay, and look out for this week. Oh, that's right. I wanted to talk about receptivity just quickly. So on the weekend, I attended I did a tantric year-long, about a year and a half long course a few years ago now, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and kind of hadn't really gone back into that journey. But my teacher had a class on Sunday. I thought, oh, this is beautiful. And it was all about receptivity. Now, I'm saying that because it was very, very important in that most of you are here to learn about your purpose and to be able to express that. And also, all the spiritual gifts and the goddess work and all that. And part of that is being receptive as in the feminine. And I was like, oh, I just miss that feminine, being in the feminine, because I know we are both feminine and we are masculine. And so we have to remember that this is the feminine body. So we need to come back to that. And part of that is being receptive and receiving with grace so that we can transform and have the faith that it's all working in perfect unison. So it was just interesting. And I'm saying this because as you go through your week, as we lead up to next Monday, we're going to be starting our first lesson, is to receive. See what's happening out in the world, right? How you receive a compliment, how you receive somebody opening the door for you, how you receive money coming into your life. How you receive anything, are you grateful for that, or are you pushing up against it? For instance, one thing I'm like, oh, can I really receive that compliment? Because is it? I'll go into, or some people can go into, oh God, they're just saying that, right? And it's like, no, let that land, even if it's uncomfortable for you. Or you might receive a gift of some money from a friend who's just, or some flowers, or just maybe they're doing a task for you and you're like, oh, this is really uncomfortable because now I think I have to owe them something. Or am I really worthy of them doing this for me? Or some people will go into, why are they doing that for me? Like, is there an ulterior motive? Well, no, they're doing it for you, and also for them. It makes them feel good. So open up this week. I'm saying that because the class was amazing. I'm thinking, oh, I need to have some more receptivity in instead of action out. It's letting it come in. So let's have that discussion this week, beautiful goddess sisters. All right, lots of love to you. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.